Hello, welcome back to Events by Collette. Yes, we have two dinosaurs with us today. We have Tyrannosaurus Rex and we have Reese, the dinosaur. For all of you who know me very well and who haven't seen me in a week, yes, I did chop off my hair. I chopped off 6 inches.
Y mamá, mi microondas está terminado.
Oh, sí, está terminado. Sí, con la mantequilla. Yo obtení. Sí, we were melting the butter already for you. Well, today we are going to be making a classic dish ever since World War II. I don't know if you can guess what that is. It used to be a very high...
Jelly.
Sí, mermelada. It used to be a high-class dish, and then after World War II, because these soldiers
Dinosaur dad
were surviving off of it because it was easy to eat, it was scrumptious and easy to store. They were living off of it, and when they came back home from the war, they still wanted it, and it became a widespread, common food that everybody loved. Can you guess what that is? Peanut butter and jelly. Yes, a lot of our foods that we eat today either began as peasant foods or high-class cuisine.
I have jelly in the house.
Marmelada. Ratatouille is an example of a food
Ratatouille.
that used to be a peasant food,
Ratatouille, mama.
which is now served at many
Ratatouille,
high-class restaurants. Sí, ratatouille es una comida típica de Francia. Sí. Okay, we're ready. We're actually making peanut butter and jelly poppers, PB&J poppers, or nut butter and jelly poppers. Just little pancitos or little muffins. So it's my high-class cuisine, this very classic dish from the U.S. Bueno, okay.
UPS.
Sí. Here, Reese, vamos a añadir, this is all-purpose gluten-free flour. And because Reese got very excited about that, we're going to swipe this in. Right, Reese? Cuidado. Okay, Baba? No tires. Require this, Reese? No tires.
He estado muy rápido. Muy rápido. Yo tiré.
Go ahead and move Reese's snack for right now so he has more room to cook. Okay. And we're going to be adding steel-cut oats. Okay, this is milk. Leche. It is close to lunchtime here in Austin, Texas, so Reese is a bit hungry. Okay, la avena. No tires, no desorden. Reese, no tires. Gracias. And as I always try to do, I always try to make everything slightly more healthy than it usually is. It is flaxseed meal. Everybody needs a little bit of omega-3s.
I know sugar, Mama.
No azúcar. See, omega-3s are hard to get in your diet, so I just recommend adding a little bit to everything if you can, and then you get enough of it. Okay, linaza. Okay, no tires, Reese. No desorden. Cuidado. Okay. Chef Reese is excited to cook today. He is feeling better. He's getting over a swimmer's ear infection because of all the pool time and lake time that we've been having now.
And Dr. Sarmiento.
Sí, el médico Sarmiento. Sí, visitemos médico Sarmiento. Sí. Okay, and now we're going to be adding... Okay, muy bien, sí. And as usual, we're going to be cooking with salt. Salt, you always need that for a little bit to take away a little bit of the moisture whenever you're baking. Okay, sal. Cuidado, Reese, okay? And we have xanthan gum here. Okay, xanthan gum. Whenever you're cooking, Reese, por favor, no tires, Reese. Okay? Tú no puedes ayudar, mamá, no más si tú tires. ¿Entiendes? If you haven't started cooking with xanthan gum, it's harmless.
Dancing.
It's just a binding. Ingredient to help with gluten-free baking. Okay, and we have baking soda. No tires. No tires. Suavemente. Gracias. Reese normally cooks very elegantly, but today, for some reason, we're a little too excited. Okay, as usual, I always recommend combining all of the dry ingredients first and then add the wet ingredients. Perdonate. Perdonate. Okay, and as usual, I will post this recipe on our video, connect it to the video, Instagram, and our website. Okay, next we have the main ingredients. The peanut butter or nut butter and the marmalade or jelly or jam. We are going to be using my own nut butter today. It's my omega-3 nut butter that we make in our home. We store it in just a reusable jar that we have from our yogurt that we buy. Okay, momento, Reese. Momento. Okay, tú puedes suavemente. Gracias. Okay. And then we have the marmalade. We're using strawberry today. Okay. Boom.
Damn.
Suavemente. So for those of you who cannot enjoy this, yes, sí, mi amor. Sí, mi amor.
And Daddy, and we not add sugar in here.
No hay azúcar adicional. No, there is no added sugar.
And Dr. Surmiater was helping me a lot of days.
Yes, for his ear infection. But for those of you who cannot enjoy this, I apologize if you do have a nut allergy. I know that nut allergies became more prominent for several reasons that people cannot particularly.
Shut up, Mama.
No, Reese. No, Reese. There's several arguments of why nut allergies became more prominent in the 1990s. But that's a whole other story. Yes, PB&J stopped becoming so prominent in the 1990s when more people started to have nut allergies. Whenever I think of peanut butter and jelly, I do always think of my mother, abuela. My mother was one of the children who lived off of peanut butter and jelly when she was little. Having been born, right after World War II had finished. And so I never got to really enjoy peanut butter and jelly very much when I was little. But it is a classic American dish that really was highly introduced into our society from our U.S. soldiers in World War II. And as I forgot to mention, the last ingredient that I just added was melted butter. 10 tablespoons of melted butter. Yes, it's a lot of butter, but you know, it adds really good flavor to this dish. And today, because
We not add sugar in the room.
today we are going to be making mini PB&J poppers. We always do like to share anything that we bake with all of Reese's teachers and instructors. So the mini is easier for people to enjoy. Perdonate. I have already preheated the oven to 350. This is a mini cupcake pan or muffin tin that you can use. We're going to fill this and put in our first batch. It is going to be making about 24 minis. Let's see here. Kirisi, ¿quieres ayudarme?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I recommend filling it just up until the top.
12,
Gluten-free baking doesn't rise as much as regular baking,
14,
so you don't have to be
15,
too careful about
14,
filling it 3/4 full. But if you feel more comfortable doing it 3/4 full, which I actually see 14, which I actually have written in the recipe, that is up to you.
Mama,
Amore.
I need to.
Yo necesito, que en español, por
Yo
favor.
necesito hacer pipí.
Okay, hace pipí. Gracias, amore.
Yo necesito.
Ciao. As I was mentioning before, all ovens are different. So the recipe does say cook these for 30 minutes, but please check them.
30.
Sí, 30. But please check them to make sure if the filling comes out with a toothpick or a very thin knife, and anything comes up on the toothpick, they need to be put in the oven just for a little bit longer. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the oven. Vamos al horno. We're going to set the timer. And we're going to wait. All right, well, we took the muffins out of the oven. Because we made the mini version this time, it actually only took about 25 minutes, so I will alter that to the recipe, about 25 to 30 minutes, depending if you're gonna make the large regular version or just the mini version. We're gonna allow them to cool and then enjoy. It's basically a sandwich in your hand. And it's basically omega-3 bread because of the flaxseed. Enjoy this US, very typically American classic meal. For those of you, again, who have the nut allergy, I greatly apologize because this is an amazing dish to make. Very easy to pack for a picnic or for your child's lunch. As my son had mentioned before, there is no added sugar. Yes, there is a little bit of sugar depending on the jelly that you make, or the jelly that you make it with, but there is no other sugar in here. Thank you again for joining us, and please start to follow us on our Instagram and in our blog at eventsbycollette.com. We will be uploading this to YouTube today for you. Thanks so much. Ciao.